The Dr. Ray Podcast is a co-production of Ave Maria Radio and EWTN Radio. Here's today's monologue with Dr. Ray Guarendi.
I didn't catch this when I was in grad school because I was at one of those points in my life where I had one foot strongly planted in the psychological narrative about many things and one foot in my faith. And I would have been more sensitive to this, except I wasn't. How's that for an explanation? The language we were told to use, and the language that was just the coin of the realm, was to be non-judgmental. So you didn't tell a child that punching his brother was wrong. That's judgmental. You were to say that's inappropriate or unacceptable. That was the language you were to use, not only with kids, but with adults. So your 17-year-old daughter believes that you leaving your wife and her 4 siblings is just unacceptable, inappropriate. A bad choice, bad choices. A mistake. Always wanted to go to confession. Bless me, Father, mistakes were made. You couldn't use wrong, you couldn't use bad. Those were just such judgmental words. Is kicking a puppy, like, unacceptable? Well, I think it's pretty bad, actually. And what about if you're in Boston and you're rooting for the New York Yankees? That's really bad, all right? That's not just inappropriate. Bless me, Father, for I have made some inappropriate choices. Now, part of the reason that language gained prominence was because we didn't give much acknowledgement to God. He was just sort of quietly shunted off to the side. He really didn't have part in our therapy. Yeah, we recognize that some of our unenlightened clients might still believe in God, might still guide their lives by His suggestions, that is, not His commandments. That's kind of overbearing. By His options, the 10 options. So we didn't use words like wrong. Who's to say what wrong is, correct? Furthermore, with the self-esteem movement gaining momentum, you say someone's behavior is wrong or bad, you're kind of dinging up their self-esteem. If you say their behavior is inappropriate, that certainly takes away that stinger of doing something wrong to another person. Butkus, now the ice pick in your sister's arm. Poor choice, unacceptable. Listen to young parents talk to their children, their preschool children. I guarantee you, on a ratio of about 10-1, you will hear unacceptable, inappropriate, besides bad choices, than wrong. What you did was very, very wrong. It just stings of judgmentalism, doesn't it? Well, you got to figure it this way. If, in fact, there is no God, and the mental health professions, by and large, tend to drift toward either no God or there is a God, they believe in Him, but, well, I shouldn't say Him. I don't know if you can't say Him. Or they just kind of reconstruct Him in a more psychological acceptable image. If that's how you see it, then you really can't say that something is wrong. How do you say it's wrong? You say it's socially unacceptable by current standards. You could say that, I guess. Or by current agreed-upon legalities or societal opinions. But you can't really say it's wrong. It just goes against the reigning psychological conduct standards, I guess. Very difficult. That is wrong. Leaving your wife and kids is wrong. Why is that? Well, because why? I don't think it's wrong. I'm unhappy. I'm miserable. I found somebody better. How could that be wrong? I want to be happy. You can't say that's wrong. You know, if there's no God, the guy's got a point. He really does. If there's no God, you got to admit, he's right. It's just pretty much a societal standard. And yeah, he made a commitment, sort of, at one time, but so what? Well, it's wrong to break a commitment. No, you can't say it's wrong to break a commitment. Says who? When he made the commitment, he wasn't thinking ahead. Didn't think he'd meet somebody else. He didn't think his wife would be so difficult to live with. Can't say it's wrong. It's maybe going to have unexpected consequences. Could make life difficult, as he has not anticipated. Without God? Yeah. Yeah, most behavior is unacceptable or inappropriate if it's negative. But if there is a God, yeah, you can probably still use wrong and bad. And those are good words. Ooh, can I say good? Acceptable. Those are acceptable words.
More of Dr. Ray's monologues can be found on his website, drray.com. Monologues as well as full-length programs that the doctor is in can be heard at AveMariaRadio.net and EWTN.com/radio.